E don red o. They say that as e start right now, the Fulani don enter Anambra state. Go for inside one Catholic church. Yesterday, go do a lot of things. They wan kpai everybody. They even kpai the priest wife and the other people wey dey injure. As e start right now, they say that Boko Haram Boko Haram don talk say this last one say everybody go collect o. Asari Dokubo wey dey don talk say e don kpai, the man don come outside come show say e never kpai o. Say abeg make dem no dey pray for am make him kpai. Say e never wan kpai by now. US don blast Nigeria government say dem no fit battle the insecurity wey dey get for their land, na to go another man country go dey bomb dem. No be small thing o. They say Nigeria whether na military carrier abi na jet fighter go land for inside Burkina Faso. As e start right now, they say they don seize am come catch up to 11 personals, both the pilot everybody, put them head for kirikiri for inside that place. The ten sion come dey rise up for everywhere for inside Africa and the neighboring country wey dey for inside Nigeria. We go play the videos for una watch before we come back and continue. Stay tuned.
No, now when you understand why the when you slow these people supposed to back the up. And the guy one time in the food,
Now with this one now we have lost two vehicles now. And a machine, motorcycles. This is the pastor's house. I was burned down and razed to ashes. And I still think that the cars also burned down. Oh, Jesus. This is the pastor's car. Burned down. Ukochukwu's car. Burned to ashes. And the building. That's it. It's quite unfortunate that at this time in our community, when we are trying to see that we regain back our community, things like this are happening. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite very, very unfortunate. Quite unfortunate is the compound.
The French Air Force are bombing the army of Benin in their military base. They say that their coup that was mounted overnight and was revealed to the world this morning by a group of junior officers is over. It's finished, except we haven't been allowed to see their puppet president, if he's safe and still in control, and the leader of the junior officers is broadcasting constantly on YouTube. And if it's over, why are the French still bombing it? Even worse, Macron phoned his boyfriend, Tinubu, the former drug dealer in the United States, now the octogenarian stooge of France in Nigeria, and told him to start bombing his neighbor too. And he did it. More than that, he's mobilizing the Nigerian army to invade his neighbor Benin. That's the Nigerian army that cannot protect the Nigerian people from the Boko Haram terrorists. That's the Nigerian army which has lost control of much of its own country's territory to a group of ISIS-inspired fanatics, Christians, Muslims, being slaughtered every day by Boko Haram. But where is the Nigerian army? It's bombing and about to invade Benin. Now, I don't know anything about the junior officers that mounted the coup, but everything I've learned in the last 12 hours, 18 hours, tells me they've got a point. Any president that requires the bombardment of foreign air forces of his own capital has already lost. There, Boko Haram. So the Nigerian military can be spared to go and attack their neighbor, but they can't keep peace and stop ISIS in their own country. What kind of president is that?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, Tinubu has very long-standing ties in the United States. Max Blumenthal and David Hundeyin, who's the latter is a Nigerian journalist, very famous, did a brilliant piece on Tinubu in the Gray Zone. Everyone should read it, about Tinubu's ties to cocaine trafficking networks in Chicago in his earlier years. So this is the type of guy that we're dealing with, in bed with the CIA, in bed with all these drug narco trafficking units. But of course, the West backs up the real narco terrorists like Tinubu, who, as you point out, are ignoring, I would say, the assault on their sovereignty by Western-backed terrorists like Boko Haram. Also now, JNIM, another terrorist organization linked with al-Qaeda, has also entered into Nigeria. They have been causing a lot of chaos in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger the past few years. And what is the goal here? Well, the goal is to try and take as many of the resource-rich regions in these countries, in particular in Nigeria, and the U.S. will cry foul. They'll say that Christians are being genocided, even though Christians and Muslims are being killed in both very high rates. Actually, far more Muslims are being killed than Christians in Nigeria. And then Eric Prince or some other private military contractor will get to send in their mercenaries to Nigeria, and they will take up all of the resource-rich land, the mineral-rich land, the gold-rich land in Nigeria, and illegally steal all of the resources. As for the question of why can't he do anything about this threat in his own country in Nigeria, but he launches all these airstrikes or these planes in Benin the moment there's a coup, there's a simple answer for that. President Macron of France gave a call to Tinubu today under the guise that there was a new offensive led by the Boko Haram terrorists in Nigeria. He made an emergency call, and apparently it wasn't about Boko Haram, because if it was, I'd imagine those fighter jets would have been used to do targeted airstrikes, hopefully on the terrorists, but instead they were used to go into violate the sovereign airspace of Benin and presumably strike the coup leaders.
Now, as you mentioned...
I am not dead, I'm alive, I will never shot. Inshallah, I will never be shot. I'm not dead, I'm alive. People really don't know me. So they don't know me, they say all sorts of things, and they imagine strange things. There are certain places you cannot see me. You don't go see me for there. And anybody who close to me know this thing. So if you say you see me for certain places, it's not possible. I am not dead, I'm alive, I will never shot. Inshallah, I will never be shot. It is Allah that gives power, it is Allah that takes. It is Allah that gives life, it is Allah that takes. It is Allah that has elevated me to become a Malik, a king, a Malik. It is He who will take me down from kingship. There is nothing the imagination of human beings will do. I know you wish me dead, but I'm not going to die. Just don't bother yourself. I feel there. So do you feel the boy free like that barbaric? Yeah, barbaric. Yes. So pass it. When you wish death for myself, if I wish death for you, you will die. If I wish death for you, you will die. So don't wish that for me, please. There is no need to do that. I'm ill and healthy. And inshallah, I still have a long time to continue on this other thing. Because the mission Allah created me for, I have not accomplished it. And when I accomplish it, Allah will call me to Himself. Allah knows best everything that He has done. So your wishing me that will not change what Allah, the purpose for which Allah has created me, and the mission for which He has sent me. You will wish and wish and wish. You celebrate and celebrate and celebrate. You jubilate, it will come to naught. I'm very grateful for all those who have called me. I didn't sleep throughout yesterday because the calls were just coming in torrents. Those are the people who love me and more than the people who hate me. Even before I started these broadcasts, several calls were coming in, and all of them were calls of prayers and best wishes. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Meanwhile, there are mounting calls for the closure of Imo State Police Command's anti-kidnapping unit known as Tiger Base, following persistent allegations of torture, extortion, unlawful detention, and extrajudicial killings. The allegations center on several high-profile deaths in custody. In May, Japhet Njoku, a market security official, allegedly died after 3 months of detention over an alleged cigarette theft. His family says police demanded 4 million naira for his release while torturing him to extract a confession. Another case involves businessman Levi Okpara, a 46-year-old father of 5 who reportedly died in custody in October 2023 after his arrest over what relatives described as a domestic misunderstanding with his wife. Family members claim the man was tortured and stabbed on the neck by officers, while former detainees, who have also spoken out, describe their experiences as walking through the valley of the shadow of death. One survivor, Chinonso, says she was detained for 3 months, with police refusing to release her until she confessed to crimes she didn't commit.
Welcome back, my wonderful people. As you don't watch that video, break, maybe try to share and drop your own opinion for inside comment section as you take the go. Don't read though for this last one. Share this video.